Well, he's Judge Harris. He's from generations of wealth and privilege. He's a judge, so he's kind of a powerful center in the community. And he's enjoyed a lifetime of winning. He knows how to win like nobody else. Except when we find him, his son is on life support, having shot himself in the head, and he's losing for the first time in his life. So he begins to break down. He begins to sort of desperately grab at things to give him the impression that he's going to win somehow, to make him feel like he has a shot at winning. And he finds God, and he gets reborn, and then he starts hearing voices, and then he starts acting on the voices, and he turns into a rather weird, desperate character. What the show does is it looks inward, and it asks you to ask a lot of questions about if you were in a certain set of circumstances, how would you handle it? What would you do? What would you be capable of? How would that change your value system? You know, who would you become in light of certain things? And the show actually asks more questions than it answers. So, I mean, you know, Purnell is a guy who thinks he knows everything and finds out that there's a world of things that he's not prepared for, that he's not equipped for. So watching him grapple with all this right in front of the eyes of the audience for the very first time in his life is kind of the dramatic center of the show, and maybe what makes it worth watching, maybe what makes it compelling. But the show deals with a lot of big themes. Power, wealth, the loss thereof, loyalty, marriage, infidelity, and faith. It deals with faith in a very big way. I mean, Marc Forester's never done television before, and when you look at these two episodes he directed, he kind of still hasn't, because they look like movies. Because of his involvement, we were able to pick from the creme de la creme in Hollywood for the whole cast. Everybody wanted to work with Marc. I was at the front of that list, and it's just a privilege to be able to work with. And watching Ben, who's never really run his own show before, you know, give birth to this thing and then watch a whole army of people get behind it, that's been a privilege as well. Well, chemistry is about basking in the other person's glow. And in the case of this cast, across the board, from top to bottom, it's very easy to bask in their glow. My job is to just watch what they're doing and listen to them and reflect off of them. And, you know, I like your T-shirt, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. You've spoken very passionately about your desire to make the third Hellboy film that we all want and feel we deserve. Do you have any news for fans about how that fight is going?
I'm leaving it alone for the moment. I stirred up a hornet's nest with it, and now it's time to celebrate Hand of God for a while.
Do you have a message to fans before you leave us?
Love you guys.